Hello, so in this video we're going to talk about the FastMember settings. So once you first install and activate FastMember, you'll want to visit the settings panel. That's within the FastFlow dashboard. So FastMember will be activated, you'll see FastMember here, and then the FastFlow dashboard where you actually enter the license key, there's a settings panel, and within the settings you want to actually go to visit the FastMember settings. I'll walk you through these other settings first as well. Basically the FastFlow settings, there's a logo that you can add to the default WordPress login page, and that might be useful if you want to kind of brand your site. And then there's an option here to hide the admin bar, which is the admin bar at the top of the website. So if your members are subscribers, which they will be, you don't want them to see the admin bar generally, so this can be hidden selecting this. So FastMember settings themselves are down here, and depending on your site, you may want to add some of these other plugins, and the settings there for those will appear. But the FastMember settings themselves, this is where we set the name of the website for the emails that go out when they purchase a product. Now it's going to pull in the name of your site, the WordPress site itself. You can change this to wherever you want it to be. And the product sender email, you may want to change this if you've set up your site using a Gmail address as the admin user. You may want to change this to something more suitable, so support at. So that's going to be more suitable, because generally if you're sending emails from your website and it's coming from a Gmail address or something like that, the spam filters know it's not coming from that email address, so it will get dumped into spam. So generally it should be something at your website.com or whatever it is. The plugin language, if you're using a plugin in a different language, then you can set the language here. The currency, you can set the currency here, obviously. The default landing page after login. Now this is a general global setting. This can be set here. If you haven't got any pages on your website, there's only going to be whatever pages are there. So generally we're just going to leave this, because you can set this on a product basis, or you can leave it as the default, and it will generally just log them into the landing page for that product. And we'll talk about the products later, because there's a priority for the products. The non-member action, this can be set globally here. Until you've got products on your website, I wouldn't worry about this too much, but this can be set globally, and it will basically act on a global basis. And then there's the individual product settings as well. So we'll explore those more in detail later. And the expired member action is what's going to happen when the member has a subscription that's expired. So if their subscription lapses, or you want a limited time on the product, then this is what's going to happen once that expiry happens. Hide comments on the protected page is going to hide the comments. So if you've got posts that you want members to engage with, and you don't want anybody to see those comments outside of your members, you can hide those comments. Delete the plugin database when uninstalled is going to delete everything. So if you check this and uninstall FastMember, it's going to delete the FastMember database. It's going to leave the content from WordPress intact. So if you've got pages and posts that you've added with content on, that will remain. But anything connected with FastMember, like products, anything like that, it's just going to delete that content. And then use beta versions will actually let you install beta versions and access beta features. And once we've finalized those will be pushed out to the main version. If you want access to features that are not fully released yet, or we may ask you to check this box if we're testing stuff and we need you to update your site with a new release or a new feature, then we'll ask you to check the beta version box. So the other settings we have available are the PayPal Smart buttons, and these are part of FastMember themselves. So if you're using PayPal, you want to enter in the client ID, the secret ID, the sandbox IDs, etc. And this is where you can actually sync with the products. If you've adjusted one of your products, you may want to resync the products here. Generally, they should sync automatically once a product is created and saved. It should sync automatically, but if you're having problems, just come back in here and resync. There should be a more detailed tutorial on these options anyway that you can explore. And again, this Fast Stripe one, if you've installed the Fast Stripe plugin, then you can enter in your keys here and choose test mode, and then this is where the webhook is that you actually add into Stripe. But again, there's a more detailed tutorial for this. And ClickBank, if you're using ClickBank, this is where you enter the secret code. So once you're happy with those settings that you've added, so I've only just changed the email address here, I might change the name here, and then we'll just save those settings. So once you've saved those settings, you're ready to actually move on to running the Quick Start Wizard and getting FastMember up and running.